Quiz. Hey, this is Monday, December 14th and Tuesday, December 15th. That is an adorable looking puppy. With my regular class as we get into Shadow Club. My goal this week, we do not have a whole lot for you guys to do. For those of you who are already checking out and you're like, I'm done learning, Mr. Broviak, I feel you, boo. So I'll do my best to try and help you along those lines. So my goal is, here is what I plan on us doing. Reading the end of the book, taking a quiz, and that's it. We're done. I plan on that. That's pretty much it for the week. Your main homework is finishing the book. We're going to read some together, but beyond that, you're going to have to read some of the book on your own. I'm not giving you any other homework to go along with it. The quiz for you guys on Thursday is going to be a little bit longer. It's not a 15-question quiz. It's closer to like 20 to 25 questions, which makes it a little bit bigger. The idea being is that some of you guys want a bigger grade to help bump you up here at the end. You're like, I'm so close to going to the next higher grade, so I'll give you a bigger grade. So if you do well on it, we can kind of like bump your grade up to try and help you. But that only happens if I give you guys a slightly bigger one. Sorry, I have a kid who's having to watch a loom for Mrs. Melling, and he's freaking out and sending me messages. Apparently, he really hates having to watch looms in science. But anyway, so that's my goal. So today we're going to go over the quiz together, and then after that, we're going to go to, after quiz, we're going to read, hopefully, unless you guys eat up all of my time, or I eat up all our time, and then that's it. And then Wednesday reading, and then Thursday talking and taking a quiz, and then you guys are done with 2020. That's what I'm going for. All right.
Ask Jude Little what he calls Miss Melling.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a no on that one, but thank you. All right, so here, Shadow Quiz 2 is now late. Let's see, a quiz. So there is, if you have not turned in Shadow Quiz 2, I am getting ready to go over the answers. Please cheat in class. I'm asking you to right now. Go open up your phone, go to Canvas, open up the quiz, and as we give you answers, type in those answers and then submit the quiz and email me so I can give you a higher grade. So my goal is, I'm literally giving you the answers. Go cheat. But for those who are like, Mr. Broviak, I'm too lazy to cheat, I can't do anything to help you. For those of you who already got higher than a 22, good job, smart kid. You don't need to cheat, so it's less work for you. Just trying to help out those other kids get rid of their zeros. All right, and then there, Spirit Week. For those of you who have your pet, we're going to be doing that today at the end of class. I will record video of just your pets on the screen. Well, you and the pet. Don't just put the pet on there. I need your adorable mug too. And then I'll bring up my pet. Here's my pet. It's so fuzzy. It's like my beard. And so that's my fuzzy pet, because apparently bringing my animal in today would be kind of weird. Then the other one's on there. Now, do realize if you keep unmuting yourself when you finally suddenly disappear from class, that might be why you disappear from class. Hint. And then the other days, hopefully help you guys out from there. I have this up on, what do you call that thing? You call it, Canvas. It's already posted up on there. And good job, Graham. But if you don't email me, I'm still not going to grade it, because putting it into chat, I'm not going to remember when I grade them after school. So you have to actually send me like an email, because that's how I notice it. Here, I'll say congratulations, but I won't actually see it. I'm going to dress the same way I did in the video for mine, because that was my favorite Among Us character. I am my own favorite Among Us. All right. You want your book? We're going to be doing ready things. Let me grab my book. Here is my book. All right. And again, if you don't have it, again, if you're one of those kids who does not have a book and you've not figured out how to get it by now, all I'm going to do is make fun of you. All right. So there. And here's the IXL that was due. If you get it done, email me so I can know to go look for it. And all right, let's get ready to jump into it and begin our fun. Here's our chat challenge champions from last week. What for this class? What color were you guys? You guys were orange. Orange. If you are the highest chat challenge for your class, I automatically. Antoinette, are you bragging about this and bringing other people in to look at it while you flex? You might as well just throw your arms up, Antoinette. Just go ahead and start flexing on the kids. I mean, all honesty, I fully support you. You earned that spot, so you should be flexing. Plus, Antoinette, you actually get 4 B points compared to everyone else who gets 3 B points, because if you are the highest ranking one in a class, I give you the bonus B point to 4. So Antoinette, that earns you 4 B points. All right, so go you. All right, So it gives you an idea. I color coded it just so you guys can sort of see how you guys compared to like other classes and where you guys were in there. For a lot of it was my 7th period and my 5th period were crazy competitive with each other, which is why they were all in that top area. And so like you guys were way competitive, like more of you guys were on there than like 5th period. It's just 5th period was like, there was like a handful of them that all just kept fighting against each other. All right, let's continue here and we're ready. Here's the part where I highly recommend you cheating and writing down the answers and submitting it so I can at least give you a 22. All right. As we get into it, let's do marky, votey, votey. For those of you who help me feel like I'm not alone and just talking into the void, here's oh, thank goodness, welcome back. And have you guys throw up our votey things. So you guys, oh, thank you. Was that Antoinette and Max? And although they're 2 completely different answers, that's all right. Let's see, I'll help you guys out. And is that Mina and Ellie? By the way, I'm calling you guys out by name because you're my ones who make me feel like I'm not lonely because you're actually playing my game with me. Delaney, thank you, Delaney. And then is that Tamara and then Pete. All right. Oh, you guys so far like my most votingist. Anyway, more of you guys have been paying than anyone else on this one. So this is the 3rd time this question has been on a quiz. Every time that we fail a question and get lower than a 70%, I'm going to add it on to the next quiz. Last week, we did not do well on this one, so I had to add it to this week, where again, it connects back to that idiom handout thing we had to do. We had the don't be an idiom sheet, and you had all the notes on there, and the idea being is to have you guys go look at those notes, but a lot of you don't go look at those notes, because the literal one, we have to do the word for word definition, so you cannot use cat and you cannot use dog. So which one of those uses something that's not cat and dog? Meow meows and woof woofs. That is your correct answer. The thumbs up one does not work, as cats and dogs are falling from the sky. That is a literal definition, but it is a horrible globetrotter one. The heart bubble one, there are literally animals falling out of the sky. Again, that is also technically a literal definition, but it is a horrible globetrotter one. It is raining really hard outside is your figurative definition. So the one that is your best answer is that one. All right. For those of you who want to gamble, here are your gamble numbers. 35 and 63 are the 2 low numbers. 92 and 96 are your high numbers. For those of you who are trying to go for the highest or the lowest, to give you some idea. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Do I have anybody who already wants to waste their gambles on question 1? So we check to make sure. If you do, excuse me, I did not mean to make a weird burpee sound. That was awkward. All right, sorry. If you are gambling, you have to put the number that you want into it. So put that into chat. You don't just tell me I gamble, although you did make me smile with your wonderful English. You would tell me what your number is. There you go. So Mina is saying it's the lowest one. All right, Mina, on. And I have just Mina gambling, just to make sure. Mina has no faith in any of you. She is saying that even though this was on our previous one, you are saying that this is our low one again. That is, let's see. Oh, wow. Apparently more than one of you has no faith in humans. You do realize this is the 3rd time this has been on there. Kate is also on there saying this is the lowest. All right. So Mina, Owen, and Kate are saying this is the lowest one. Let's find out. And it is, yeah, this is the lowest one again, which means I have to put this question on this upcoming quiz again because 35% of you got this right. 70% of the kids got it wrong. Even though I keep going over the answer like over and over and over again, apparently we're going to continue going over this answer again and again and again until eventually I've got a feeling we're going to get all the way into like next semester, and I'm still going to be giving you questions about this. We shall find out. All right. Well done. Your lack of faith in people paid off. All right. Question 2. This is also an old question, one that you guys had on last week's. I just switched it out and put a synonym on there where it says, what emotion or feeling does the speaker and the angels both have? I'm assuming your crying face is because you think that's the answer and not you're voting about people getting it wrong. And you're like, oh my God, Mr. Bobiak, I'm crying on these children. And I'm like, I feel the same way. The Correct answer would be crying face. Envy and jealousy are synonyms. Instead of giving you the word jealous, I gave you the word envy so you guys could figure out what the correct answer would be. All right. Do I have anyone gambling on this one as either the highest or lowest, or picking a random number just to make sure? I'll give you guys a chance. I have no one coming in. Ooh, you guys have faith this time. Oh, wait, Blaze is gambling high. Blaze is saying this is the one that everyone did well on. This is one of our high answers, which is either 92 or 96. Then PJ is gambling low at 65. All right, PJ and 65. Interesting, PJ. All right, 65. And gamble 65, that's it. All right, just two people, just two. Let's find out. One saying high, one saying low. 65 was a winner. We bombed this question again, which means it's going to be on this for this Thursday's quiz again. Now, that's good and bad news. For those of you who got it right, it's an easy question. You're going to see it again and go, oh my God, click and be done. So you have an easy one. For those of you who got it wrong, you're going to have to see it again because I'm going to keep putting it on there until eventually we get that one right. And Blaze, it cost you a B point. I'm glad that you had faith in people, but it was not well played. So now the good news is we are out of our two low questions. So the drawback is they're on this week's quiz again because we bombed them again. Yeah, I feel the same way.
Can I gamble again or did I?
You have two. You've only used one. You have a second one coming up. You're still good. All right. I knew that. All right. Question 3. This is also an old question where you had to figure out the similes and metaphors. And this is going to be a chat challenge in just a moment too. So which one of these similes and or metaphors actually works in the story? All right. Oh, Lily and Ellie and Finley all giving me answers. I appreciate that one. And now we have Lathe and Max and Antoinette and PJ. And you are correct. Good job. Thumbs up, children. I agree. It is going to be Tyson attacked the kid in the hallway like a tornado hitting a trailer park. It is both a simile and a thing that actually happened in the story. All right, so hang on one second. We're going to do chat challenge in a moment. Do I have anyone that wants to gamble on this one before we chat challenge? I want to make sure. All right, then let's see. Let's find out if this is a question that is going to be showing up again this week. If we got below 70, it shows up again. 80%. We're done with this question. We passed it. I no longer have to put it on there. So there's a small win on that one. All right, now for our chat challenge. Look at Clappy Hand's answer. Cheryl was like an opera star as she belled out a song at her mother's wedding. Why is that not a correct answer? What is wrong with it? Antoinette, he's so friendly. He wants to give you love. Either that or the other kids have paid him and they're trying to slow you down so they can try to beat you. They're like, go, puppy, go. Earn your kibble. Earn the kibble. Lick her in the ear. It's the creepiest they've ever had to yell. All right, she's trying. That dog is really going at. Look at that. Go, puppy, go. Distract her. And Antoinette is out. All right, the rest of you, ready? And chat challenge. It worked. You got Antoinette to come in early. She was distracted by the dog attack. Wow, that dog took her down. Are you okay? Is that dog eating you? Sorry. All right, back to here. All right, and the correct answer is it did not happen in the story. She is not the one that sings. So it does
Mine
not.
autocorrected.
You hate autocorrect. Cheryl can't sing. I mean, she can, but I'll accept it, Max. I'll give you credit for that one. All right. So Max, you're my first official winner, and you get the point. Point with second place. Blaze definitely gets a point, saying it did not happen. Blaze with a point. And third is not a no comparison. Reynolds is third. Reynolds is on the board, didn't sing. Unfortunately, Antoinette came in early because apparently Operation Puppy Attack paid off. PJ, you were fourth. And who was after PJ? Lily was fifth. Nicely done. A lot of you guys had that one. All right, let's go for another one then. You guys are going to have to repay the puppy because apparently they got rid of the puppy. So that was a good try, but Antoinette's back in. Question, heart bubble. Jared was a beauty school dropout as he secretly painted Drew's toenails. Why was that not a correct answer? So on heart bubble, why is that not a correct one? I like your positive thinking, PJ. It makes me smile. All right, ready? There. See, and I'm sorry, I'm watching the fingers fly. Uh-oh. What are you doing, Finley? No, Finley. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. All right, fingers are good. And chat challenge is out. And what do we have? By the way, uh-oh. I don't think anyone got it.
No, I got it.
Blaze is my only one who got it. You're right, Blaze. Blaze was my only one who had that one. The correct answer is it's a metaphor, not a simile. That goes to Blaze. And Blaze gets a B point on top of it. Had nothing to do with it not happening. Of course it didn't happen. It's a simile or a metaphor. But the thing is, but he did paint Drew's toenails. That's the thing. So I'm looking forward to saying it's a metaphor. Not a dropout, beauty school, anyone else. My spelling is, and wow.
I
Blaze,
can't believe that. That was so easy.
I agree. All right, Blaze, I'm giving you bonus B points because you were my only kid who got that one correct.
Let's
So
go.
you're the only one. I'm going to give you the bonus point there.
Definitely Antoinette came in like way too late.
She did, but it does give her a chat challenge point because I give it to the top 3 people, and technically that puts her at number 2. And so she technically came in. That's, oh, look at other kids learning to cheat. PJ steps in learning from Antoinette.
God.
I was wondering if any other kid would figure out how to properly cheat. PJ
Nice job,
takes
PJ.
3rd, Lily takes 4th. Yeah, I give points to the top 3. So Blaze, you still get your 2 B points on that one.
Let's go.
But
Me,
yes,
big
it does
brain.
go out the other ones. All right, let's go to my next one, which is going to be here. All right, we're ready. The last one, crying face. Austin was a giant jerk who just made fun of Jared every chance he got. Why is that not correct? So why is that one not correct? So why is crying face? Sorry, watching the fingers move. All right, and I think we're good. That's just creepy moving fingers. All right, and chat challenge is out. All right, and then so there. On this one, what I'm looking for is it's not a metaphor. It's just that it is a statement. It's not a simile, and it's Antoinette. That officially goes to you, Antoinette. Antoinette with the first place finish, and isn't a simile or a metaphor. Reynolds, I will accept that answer. Reynolds at 2 wins, and she is. No, I'll count that. Blaze, it's iffy, but I'll give it to you. All right, you're at 3
Let's
wins.
go.
All right, and then Finley was 4th. Hiccup, and Marks, you would have been 5th, and nicely done. And that looks like Max is just angry spamming. And then I like how you guys are all trying to cheat now by coming on the statement. I respect your cheaty ways. Way to learn from it. There is respect to be paid there. But we did hit our 3 winners. We actually had 3. If not, then yeah, it would have come down to the rest of you guys who were trying to do the cheaty thing. Definitely respect on that one. All right, there. All right, let's go to our next question then. Question 4. Ooh, it's a chat challenge. It feels like I'm playing Jeopardy. Hang on a second. Let's make this happen. Here and here and no, not that. No, hang on. I gotta find it. Here and this one and this one. There we go. Much better. All right. So I've officially put up my game show background because this is a chat challenge. Oh, I'm sorry, Emlyn. That is frustrating. All right. And then here, there. All right. Here's my chat challenge. What is your answer? By the way, there were technically 2 answers that kids could have thought of for this one. So my hint to help you was it is a 2-word answer. By making it have to be a 2-word answer, that was your hint to try and help you get the correct one. All right, let's find out. By the one, chat. Challenge is out there. Wow, that was a lot of correct people. The correct answer is rising action. I had a lot of kids who tried to put the climax. And I'm like, no, it was rising action.
I did it the first time around, but then I redid the quiz.
Yeah. So it happens. All right, so back to here. That was a lot. Wow, you guys like half the class got that one. With Lathe, with a first win. Lathe is on the board and gets himself a B point. Second place, Musgrave, who is now at 2 wins. Third place, Snyder. Nicely done. Get there. Don't make me be mean to you. And let's see. Snyder was 3rd with a point. Blaze 4th. Reynolds 5th. And a whole bunch of rising actions on that one. All right, go you guys. Wait. Winning points, Reynolds? You have 2 chat challenge points. Do I have anyone gambling on this one? I think we'll throw it out there. I'm assuming not a whole lot. I just wanted to make sure. All right, and we're good. Well, yeah, just writing me is not a gamble, so you're out of luck. And 75% was our answer on this one.
Yep.
So we don't have to bring it back again. So that's our win. All right. Chat challenge again. This, by the way, is a repeat question. The same question was on last week's quiz. So this was, again, a repeat to see if you guys did better the second time. I just changed the wording of it. So once again, which character convinces him to change his change his mind by calling him Gopher? 1-word answer. All right, I think we're ready. Hang on to here. And chat challenge is out. Correct answer is either Austin or Pace or Lawston. I took that one too. All right, there you go. Any of those were the correct answer. And who do we have? Unfortunately, if you put more than 1 word, I do not give you points, which takes out our first place, which gives Ellie the first place answer. Ellie, the first place answer, even though you are technically correct. And then Zach is my second one. Zach is second. And Zach is official. No, wait, that's the wrong kid. Zach is, wow. Zach, you are now at 3 wins. And my third place is Musgrave, who is also now at 3 wins. 4th place was Nope, not 4th place was Late. 4th place was Antoinette. 5th place was Jeriel. Nicely done. All right, on that one. Do I have anyone wanting to gamble on this one? And again, if you do, you have to make sure you put it into chat, what number or high, low. And I'm going to give you guys a moment. Ooh, Antoinette gambling 80. Jeriel gambling high. And who else say high? Wow, you guys were all saying this is our high one. I like your thinking. All right, Musgrave saying high. And so that was Musgrave. Blaze saying 80. Blaze at 80. And oh, hang on, I got to back up here. So many gamblings. There's Blaze at 80. Ellie at 80. Oh, you guys are all cheating off each other. All right, Rutherford at 80. I don't even remember what it was.
Read what I just wrote again. I'm cheating my gamble.
You gotta wait till I get to it now. Lathe at 78. Charters high. And Lily high. Well, we're either going to have a whole bunch of losers or a whole bunch of winners. And let's see, PJ going high. All right. And Reynolds going high. And Blaze changing to high. All right. So high means 92.96. So those of you saying high is 92.96. Others of you who are saying 80, I'm excited. Looks like half of you are going to lose one way or the other. And the answer is 84. You all lose? I think you all lose. Holy
Wahaha, you fell into my trap card.
It was me. And Alan, you lucked out. I did not see your gamble in time. And Snyder, I already saw your 80 on there. So let's see. That is Jeriel. Lost it. Kate is now done gambling. She has gambled twice. Green and lost. Hall lost. Blaze is now done gambling. He's done twice. And Max, only one loss. Lathe is out. You went too low. And PJ is now officially out. And Owen is out. And Zach is lost. And Ellie. Wow. That was a fun one. The good news is we do not have to put this on the quiz coming up this week. We got above a 70, so I don't have to keep putting it on the quiz. So that's a win. Yes, I saw that they did. Way to bring him down with you. Next up, this is also a repeat question about theme. So, wow, Ellie was fast on that answer. All right, so Ellie's already got her answer locked in. She feels strong. And do I have anyone else going else for the answer on this? And Lily's in. Antoinette's in. Max is in. Antoinette, are you raising your hand at me? What's up, Antoinette?
My iPad's gonna die in a second, so if I leave, that's why.
I appreciate you letting me know. You should try plugging it in. I've heard good things about that. And you guys doing thumbs up are correct. Nicely done. Ooh, so apparently, Antoinette, they're really trying to stop you from beating them on the chat challenge. They had a dog attack you. They're having your iPad attack you. They're really rallying against you in this class. All right. Do I have anyone wanting to risk a gamble on this one? Give you 5, 4, 3, 2, locked in. All right. Let's see. We were at 87%. So not the highest, but it was definitely up there. All right. Question 7. Which of the best complete analogy? Jared is to Austin as Batman is to. This required some of you guys to go out and do research on your own and learn the fact of who Batman's arch enemy was. And for those of you who learned, it was the Joker, because Austin is Jared's enemy, and then the Joker is Batman's enemy. Oh, we have more gamblers coming in. Musgrave is you can gamble. All right, you're saying hi, and Jeriel says hi, and Zach, hi, and Delaney, Watermelon Sugar, hi, and Jermaine. You know, when you laugh at it, that just encourages me to make more bad jokes. You're not going to get a chance of having me stop making the jokes when it makes me giggle.
Wow.
And Antoinette gambles 87. Antoinette at 87. All right. Let's find out. And Snyder, you changed yours. All right, Snyder. Way to copy off Antoinette. Let's see if your copying pays off. And answer is 90. That is not the highest one. The high answers were 92, 96. So if you said
I gambled high, not that I gambled 90.
How did people miss this?
And Jeriel is now done. I felt the same way. I feel that way about a lot of questions, though. Jermaine
I'm gonna
lost.
get my brother's computer, so I'll be right back. My thing's almost dead.
All right. Antoinette, you also lost. 87 was 2. You're 1 point too low, Antoinette. 1. And Maxwell lost. Maxwell, just Max. And is that PJ? And Zach and Ellie. All right. Scribbling out. Let's continue. All right, Jermaine, you did, because you said hi, and it was not the highest. 92, 96 is the highest. Next one. The Shadow Club is to Stonehenge as Mr. Broviak is to. And you are, Ellie, Ellie, you're like the fastest one in there each time. And you are correct. The Shadow Club spend all of their time at Stonehenge. Mr. Broviak seems to spend all of his time in his classroom. I wish the answer was Florida, but that is not the way it is. Although Florida's kind of crazy right now, but at least it's not cold. That's something going for it. All right, I'm going for the gamble. I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds. And 4, 3, and 2. Well, Finley's in. All right, Finley. Finley says hi. And I think that's it. All right, let's see if Finley wins. And you're looking for 92 or 96? 96! Finley steps in with the win. All right, Finley. That gives you the win.
I was wanting to gamble on this one, but I ran out of gambles.
Curses all of your previous gambling. Question 9. Mr. Diller's camera is to stolen as David Berger's trumpet is to Ellie again. She's a speedy one. And then, oh, nicely done. Wow. There's a bunch of you voting. Nicely done. Max, I've seen that on TikTok. At least when you try to do a little rotating thing and it gives you a helmet, it's always so hard. Anyway, back to here. The correct answer is crying face is correct. It gets run over and flattened, which, by the way, was a chat challenge question last week. Again, I worked in a whole bunch of chat challenge questions for those kids who paid attention. All right. Do I have anyone gambling on this one? 5, 4, 3, 2, and oh, that is an adorable dog. And 87. Nicely done on that one. 87. Question 10. Chat challenge. This is a one-word answer. Randall steps up to Tyson and does a discuss. This was a chat challenge last week also. Wow, a double chat challenge. So in theory, if you got it last week, you should get it this week, and we'll find out. And let's go with chat challenge. No. All right. It didn't connect. I'm still counting yours. It was not your fault. I hit the button, but it hit shift instead. So I'm still going to go back up. It should be everyone who came in after Finley's thing. It says, all right. So on mine, the correct answer should be, not counting that against you. That was my issue. Spits, spat, spitting, something like that. And it looks like Jermaine was my first one with a win and a B point. Jermaine's on the board. And then Delaney with her first official win gets her a chat challenge point. And wow, Max is the new Antoinette. Max is at 4 wins. One more win, and you're automatically on the chat challenge champion board.
Max, you best
TJ,
watch out.
you were at 4th, and Lathe was at 5th. Antoinette, you were 6th, right outside of it. All right, and then go you guys to there. All right, and I apologize for my chat challenge mistake. Oh, poopy doopy. I forgot to ask for gambling. Hey, this was our other really high one. Oopsie. So this is the one that we were at 92% on. I apologize. You are the something. 11. Ooh, here we go again. What is Tyson McGaw's super, I think this was a chat challenge last week again. What is Tyson McGaw's super embarrassing secret? This is a 2-word answer. So you should have 2 words in it if you are wanting to win. So looking for a 2-word answer. All right, let's get ready and making sure I'm doing it correctly. Is that chat challenge? Uh-oh, sorry. It took me a second. I got distracted. And then to there. Let's see. And correct answer is either wets bed or bed wetter or something along those. Bed wetter, wets bed, something like that. And Reynolds, you're the first one that popped up for me. Uh-oh. Max, you have competition. Reynolds was my first one, and he is now at 4 wins. Antoinette steps back in. Antoinette now at 3 wins. And Delaney steps in. And Delaney is now sitting at 2 wins.
I'm before Antoinette and Delaney, it says.
And then, yep, well, you're wrong. And the 4th was Finley. And 5th was Blaze. So you were in the top 5, but you did not beat the other ones. Then PJ and then Lathe.
It said I was 2nd.
Yeah, like I said, yours is different than mine. Mine's the one that counts. So there. All right. And then Yazy's. Oh, hang on. Lily, question. I got distracted because your camera was on a second ago and you were moving around. And it looked like you were wearing a shirt that had a Meeseeks on it. So I was just curious to see if I was correct, if there was a Meeseeks on your shirt. If not, then I apologize. That's just what it looked like. Is there a Meeseeks on your shirt, Lily, from Rick and Morty?
I don't know.
It looked like a blue thing, which was like from Rick and Morty, which was throwing me off. That's why I was confused. Anyway, back to you. Can ignore me now, Lily. You're fine. Back to here.
Isn't Mr. Meeseeks pretty much a slave?
Pretty much, yeah. That's what it is. It's kind of disturbing. On the quiz, if you guys put something along the lines of bedwetter and got it wrong, you can send me an email, because I had a kid who put like bedwetting, which technically is correct, but the computer would not count it correct. And so if you put something like that, then it would not count it. So if you got it wrong on the quiz, you can send me an email and I will go look up your answer and give you credit. All right. Do we have anyone wanting to gamble on this one? Assuming 5, 4, 3, 2, and our number is 76% on this one. 76. All right. 12. Ooh, he shows up in today's chapter that we're going to read. The character of Ralphie Sherman keeps popping up. With Ralphie Sherman, what is it we know he is known for doing? And Ellie and Solia at the same time. Solia almost beat you. That was close.
Mine's been up the whole time.
I can't. Maybe my screen's over too far. Oh, it is over too far. I apologize. I could not see it. I'm fixing it. Antoinette, did you just sassy head me? Make your iPad die even faster. All right, so there you go. I apologize. It's because it was off the screen a little bit. I could not see it. And yes, you're correct. He lies and never tells the truth, which plays a big role in the chapter we get to today. All right, gambling on this one. 1, 4, 3, 2, boop. 77% on this one. We're all right in the middle. 13. What surprising thing do they discover is happening at their school? So, wow, you guys were fast. All right, Zach, I see yours this time. All right, I see your guys and your little heart bubbles there. Nicely done. I was distracted looking up. I did not catch who was the fastest on that one. So I apologize. You guys were all trying to take poor Ellie down. Like, I'm going to beat that girl. Things we should not yell out loud. And the correct answer is yes, you are correct. Someone else has started doing pranks on their enemies. Wow, according to Zach, Ellie was the fastest. I will pay more attention on this next one. Well, apparently, Ellie agrees too. I saw your head bob up and down. And we have anyone gambling here? And 4, 3, 2. And our percentage is 84%. You guys did well on that one. 14. And on this one, as we get it, wow, you're right. She was the fastest, and she was also correct. It does you no good to be fastest if you're wrong. But apparently, man, Ellie's a professional when it comes to throwing in the answers on that one. All right. Apparently, we have a new competition popping up, Ellie, which is can you beat Ellie in popping up the correct answer? I like that fun game. And
Wait,
you're
for
correct.
real?
Well, I mean, it's not for points. It's just the bragging rights because Ellie's competitive. She's taking y'all down. Shadow Club versus Tyson McGaw. Anyone gambling on this one? 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Ellie.
And by the way, 91%. This was almost our highest one. So I was
Ellie,
happy
you
about
best
that.
use those reflexes for chat challenges.
And chat challenge. Here we go. This is by the way, this was also a chat challenge last week. Who tells Jared he suspects the Shadow Club is a gang? And this is the one. There's apparently a couple people who confront him, but this is the one that tells him he thinks it is a gang. All right, let's go to here. Well, we know Ellie's got speed when it comes to typing in emojis, but maybe Ellie's real love is just emojis, and that's where her love is. Let's find out with our chat challenge. Oh, no, what are you doing, computer? Come here. All right. Uh-oh, what did you guys do? You came in too early. I didn't even say it yet. All right, we're going to see they get it typed in again, and chat challenge is there. All right, and then to that one, and wow, that was fast. It's like, shoot. The correct answer being green. I was looking for green. There you go. And wow, Max, congratulations. You are officially a chat challenge champion. So Leah steps in, gets her first official win and a B point. And third was Lathe, who is at 2 B points for Lathe. Antoinette, even though it was your name, you came in 4th. Excuse me. Oh, hang on. That does inspire me. I have a chat challenge I'm going to add in. And then Lily, you were 5th. All right, here's my new chat challenge I just thought of. connected to Antoinette. So, Antoinette, congratulations, you inspired this one. So Antoinette got that question correct because it was Green, which was her last name. So here's my question. If Antoinette had been the only kid in class to get that answer wrong, what literary term would that have been an example of that I keep using multiple times this year? So if Antoinette had been the only one to get that one wrong. All right, ready? Chat. Challenge is out. Ooh, so you guys came in early. Wow, Max, that seems a little angry on that one. I'm assuming you're referring to yourself. Whoa, shots fired. The correct answer being irony. It would have been ironic if she'd been the only to miss it because her name is Green. That would be irony. Lathe, you are my first one, which means Lathe up to 3 wins. Who's next? Max, no. Blaze with the win, which brings Blaze up to 4 wins. And PJ is my third. And PJ with a first official win for B points.
How much does Lath have?
I don't know. Let's see. Delaney, you were 4th, and Zachary was 5th. All right, go you guys. Let's go to our next thing on that one. Lathe. So right now, Max is on the board. Blaze is at 4. Green is at 3. Lathe is at 3. Zach is at 4. And there's several of you at 1 and 2. But the 3s and 4s, I'll tell
Watch
you.
out, Max.
And that was our other low one. Nope. But this is an answer that's going to be again on this coming week. You will see this exact same question again because we got lower than a 70 on it. So any question we got lower than a 70 pops up again on the next quiz. All right. Then your homework for this week, which I'm going to read with you in a moment, I'm not done with you, but is to finish the book. Get to page 200 by Thursday. As long as you're to page 200 by Thursday, you should be good. And it shouldn't be hard because we are now into like the super exciting part of the book. All right, now let's go to this thing, which is my video checkerino. Before I get to my next thing, let's make sure we have living people. So I'm looking for eyeballs. If I don't see your eyeballs,
Mr.
no.
Modulin's not living.
That's okay. He does not have to live. Let's see. I'm kicking out this kid who does not seem to exist. This kid is now gone. Boop. And that kid I can see. That kid. Oh, she just appeared. And there. Good, good, good. I have 2 of you I'm getting ready to boot. So when you disappear, it's because I could not see you. So hang on. This kid I'm booting. And this kid I'm booting. There. Too bad. Kids I liked. And now we're good to go again. All right, now you're back. All right, now we're fine. So there. And Lily, is there a picture of something on your shirt, or did I just imagine that? It looked like there was like a blue person on your shirt. Or was that your sister that happened to run by?
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so I wasn't crazy. All right, that's why I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't completely crazy. All right. All right. Now let's get to me reading, and I have more Brovi pictures for you and stuff like that. All right. We're going to start on page 131. I believe this may be my last day reading with you. I don't know if I'll get a chance to read with you guys on Wednesday or not. So you might have to read on your own from here moving forward. We'll see. I want to try and finish this chapter if we can. So page 131, let me find it. There we go. It's called, go for it, Finley. What Ralphie Said. What Ralphie Said. I have this on the screen. We'll come back to that. Not yet. Let's go back here. All right. All right. So when things get bad, boy, do they. Oh, Graham is back. Let's see if he's alive now. Graham. Hang on. Graham is alive. Let's make sure I see his face. And then Graham. That's PJ. And Graham, if I don't see you, I have to boot you out again. That's how you got kicked the first time. Was making sure that you existed. All right, and then now you exist. All right, you're good to go. If the Shadow Club laid low for a while and didn't play any tricks, then Green might leave us alone. Maybe everything would be all right. But things weren't all right. I had hoped that David Berger's flattened trumpet would be the last of the mysterious pranks, but it was not. Someone was terrorizing the unbeatables. Someone who didn't care how much the unbeatables got hurt or how much property was destroyed. And this person, whoever it was, thought they could get away with it by blaming the Shadow Club. There was only one person who knew enough about the Shadow Club to do that. Tyson McGaw. Oh, let's let this kid back in. And I have to make sure. Oh, wait, no, wrong kid. And you're alive. All right, just want to make sure you're good. There. All right. I say we give him what he deserves, said Randall, as we sat around Stonehenge at our next meeting. Yeah, said Darren. We should beat the daylights out of him and force him to confess. And then we'll get him expelled from school for it, added Jason. Everyone else agreed. No, we have no proof. We can't do anything like that yet. What other proof do we need? Asked Abby. He's the only other one who knows about the club. It has to be him. We can't do anything yet, though. Not until we can prove he's doing the pranks. He's innocent until proven guilty, added Cheryl, even though we know he's guilty. So what do? Asked Opie. Sit around and wait to be blamed for everything? What if something really bad happens? Don't worry. Tyson's crazy, but not that crazy. Nothing really bad is going to happen. Boy, was I wrong. Ooh, all right. Hang on. I just thought of a chat challenge. That last line in the book makes a good chat challenge where he says, he's not that crazy. Nothing really bad is going to happen. Boy, was I wrong. That is another example of a literary term where the author is telling you about a thing that's going to be happening off in the future. And so what is this literary term that the author is referring to with that one? So that line is going to be an example of this literary term. What is that literary term? And chat challenge. And the correct answer is, I have 3 winners. Foreshadowing. The correct answer was foreshadowing. Antoinette, you were first. You are now at 4 wins. Blaze was second. Blaze, you're officially at 5. You're on the wall. And
Max,
Finley,
you best watch out.
And Finley, that officially gives you a point. And Finley's on the wall. Zach was 4th. Charters, you were right there. You're in the top 5. Charters at 5. PJ at 6. All right, I'll continue. Page 132. That next week, the entire club vowed to look out for the unbeatables, watching them as well as watching Tyson to make sure that no more pranks were pulled. We must have done a lousy job of it, though, because on Thursday, during lunch, Drew Landers became the next victim. Now, Drew, as I've told you, is a swimmer and very much into it. In fact, he had this obsession with anything that had to do with swimming. It only made sense then that Drew had a thing for fish. For as long as I knew Drew, he had always had a fish tank. It was the one thing in his room that he kept clean. And he had a second tank in school in Mr. Milburn's room. I guess because he considered himself a human fish, he had a weird sort of affection for his cousins in the tank. Anyway, that 60-gallon tank had sat in Mr. Milburn's classroom since Drew started 7th grade. And now, a year later, it was still there, filled with starfish, sea anemones, and brightly colored saltwater fish. They were pretty, they were expensive, and Drew loved those fish, like most normal people might love a pet dog. Every once in a while, some bozo would drop something stupid into the tank, a bar of soap, or maybe the shavings from the classroom pencil sharpener. Once, someone put red food coloring in the tank. After Mr. Milburn changed the water, the fish seemed fine, although they were sort of pink for a while. No matter what dumb things kids did to that tank, those fish always seemed to come out of their ordeals all right. But not this time. During lunch, Mr. Milburn always locked his room and went down to the teacher's lounge to fall asleep while listening to the rest of the teacher's gossip. Well, as everyone knows, school classroom locks are the easiest in the world to pick. All you have to do is slide a hanger into the door jamb and bingo. Well, that's what someone did. And then that same someone dropped a firecracker into Drew's tank. Now, there are firecrackers And there are firecrackers. They're the kind they call safe and sane. And there are the kind that are more like the hand grenades. There are cherry bombs and M80s that, when put in a strategic location, can do an awful lot of damage. But the worst by far are blockbusters. Packed into the cylinder of a blockbuster is a quarter stick of dynamite. And when one goes off, it can be heard for miles. I don't know how they did it, but someone rigged up a blockbuster to go off in that fish tank. And when it blew, nothing in the room was safe. The tank turned into one huge bomb, sending glass and water flying in all directions, shredding plants and tearing paper on the walls. The room became a war zone. I actually have a video of this happening. Nice Star Wars background. Here's the video I have. So here's the fish tank. The hand comes in, hand drops it in, and then you have boom, and then you have dead fish. I know, it feels like I nailed it with my video. Feels like I hit it dead on, but there you go. So there's my exploding fish tank for you. I was out on the field with Cheryl and Randall, consoling Randall from his recent humiliation. It seemed that the day before, after swim practice, Drew threw Randall out of the locker room with no clothes on. Almost the second I had convinced Randall it was better to forget about it for a while, we heard the explosion. Boom! So loud you'd swear the whole school had blown up. The blast echoed from the high school across the large field, and a strange silence followed. Everyone turned toward the school. Not again, said Cheryl. At first, we all thought this was yet another school fire, but in a moment, I began to suspect it was another evil prank. I turned to look for Tyson, but couldn't find him, and that sick feeling returned to my stomach, along with the cold feeling to my hands. Meanwhile, several teachers ran into the school to evacuate the remaining students. For all they knew, a gas line could have blown up. Someone pulled the fire alarm, and in minutes, the fire trucks arrived. It didn't take long for the firemen to find out what had happened. From what I heard, there was nothing left of the fish tank, and that collection of fish that Drew Landers had spent years putting together was gone in a fiery fraction of a second. Tell the truth, Randall, said a kid after school. Cheryl and I were talking before I went off to track practice, and as usual, Randall was hanging around with us, making obnoxious comments about the fact that we spent so much time together. When this kid, I don't know, someone on the swim team, I guess, came up to us and asked Randall a question. Come on, tell me the truth. Did you blow up Drew's fish tank? Tell me the truth. I won't tell anyone. Randall was speechless. He turned to Cheryl. See what I tell you? Just because of what he did to me yesterday, everyone's going to think that I blew up his tank. I'm being framed, he yelled. And then he turned to the kid. No, I didn't do it. So get out of here, all right? Yeah, I'll bet you didn't do it, said the kid and ran off. You better keep your mouth shut, because I didn't, yelled Randall as the kid ran away. He turned to me and Cheryl. You know I didn't, right? I was there with you all during lunch. You know I was. I know, and you know, but who's going to believe us? I see a pattern emerging, said Cheryl. Have you noticed that these pranks have been pulled soon after the victim has done something really mean to a member of the Shadow Club? Huh? Said Randall. Think about it, blimp brain, said Cheryl to her brother. Eric Kilfoyle's locker was filled with paint the day after Darren nearly got into a fight with him. Darren told me about that. David Berger's trumpet got run over the day after David was chosen to play for the high school band again. And he made Jason feel miserable about it. Tommy Nichols had just beat out OP for a place in the district science fair before the camera incident. And now Drew's fish tank explodes the day after he threw you out of the locker room naked. But then someone is definitely trying to frame us. Exactly. And if anyone finds out about the club, we're going to be the prime suspects. We're the only ones with motives. We're already suspects, I said, because someone already knows about the club. Cheryl and Randall turned to me with that end of the world look in their eyes. Green knows. I don't think he knows what we've done, but he knows about the club, and I'm sure he suspects us. Until then, I hadn't told anyone. How? Asked Cheryl. Tyson told him. I'm sure of it. Tyson, said Randall with a hiss in his voice that made him sound like a snake. I told you he was behind all of this. Oh, sorry. It has to be. I'll bet we can prove Tyson blew up the fish tank, said Randall. Like fingerprints or something. And then another voice entered the conversation. I saw him do it, said the voice. We all turned around, and standing there, braces, freckles, curly hair, and all, was Ralphie Sherman. You're talking about the fish tank, right? Said Ralphie. Well, I saw Tyson McGaw. He blew it up. We were all quiet. Ralphie blew a big, fat bubblegum bubble, and it popped in his face, sticking to his eyebrows. He peeled it off and popped it back into his mouth. This trail. Yeah, I was in the classroom. I saw it. How could you have been in the classroom? You would have been killed by the exploding tank, Cheryl said. Well, I mean, I wasn't in the classroom. But I was like looking through the window. I saw Tyson do it, though, honest. But I saw you in the field when it went off, Ralphie. Well, yeah, you're darn right. I wasn't going to hang around if a blockbuster was about to go off. I left as quickly as I could. We all looked at Ralphie. Ralphie Sherman, who couldn't pass a true or false exam because he didn't know the difference. Should we believe this? Ralphie blew another bubble, this one bigger than his whole head. And when it popped, it stuck to his hair. He peeled it away and shoved the gum back into his mouth. You know what? I believe him. Me too. Yeah, so do I. Ralphie's eyes lit up. Wait, you do? Really? Honestly? Truly, you believe me? Yeah. Ralphie smiled and skipped off towards his bus, the happiest boy in the world. Which, by the way, the only reason they're believing him is because they desperately want to go after Tyson. So they've never believed Ralphie until now, and we're all pretty sure Ralphie's lying. But they're like, you know what? It helps us beat up him. Perfect. We all believe it. But don't worry, it gets worse. We didn't get a moment's rest that day. For only 30 seconds after Ralphie went skipping away, we turned to see a commotion at the school's front gate. Hey, yelled Martin Bricker to anyone who would listen. Vera can't stop her bike. She's headed towards Cellar Boulevard. Cheryl, Randall, and I raced toward the front gate, but it was too late. As we looked down the street, we could see Vera flying down the hill, screaming at the top of her lungs. Of course, I thought to myself, what an idiot I was. Didn't Abby have a big argument with Vera today? Didn't Vera call her a slob in front of half the grade or something like that? Of course, Vera would be the next victim if Tyson were trying to frame the club. We watched in horror as she crossed through the first intersection on the way to Cellar Boulevard, which was down at the bottom of the hill. Luckily, it was a small intersection and no cars were there at the time. But Cellar Boulevard would be a different story. It was one of the busiest streets in town, and I could see cars and buses racing across it. She's going to get herself killed, yelled someone from the crowd. And as we all watched Vera fly down the street, can't somebody stop her? If she had half a brain, she would have turned and smashed into a fence rather than race across Cellar Boulevard. But as anyone can tell you, Vera Donaldson did not have half a brain. In seconds, she came up to Cellar Boulevard and went flying out into the middle of traffic. Car horns blared, a van swerved, a car screeched to a halt and was rear-ended. Vera sailed across the street, hit the curb, and went bouncing off of her bike, hitting her head on a fire hydrant, while the bike went crashing through Muggleson's bakery window, laying the window to waste and demolishing a 5-layer wedding cake on display. Everyone, including Cheryl and Randall, ran down the street to find out how Vera was, but I didn't. There was someone who I had to find, and I had to find him now. It didn't take long. He was standing by his locker in the main hallway. Tyson, I snarled, you're going to pay for this. Get out of my way, He grunted and tried to leave, but I grabbed him by his shirt, and as he struggled, I dragged him through the hall. Leave me alone, you moron, you idiot, you butthead. I didn't say anything, not yet, not until I had him in a place where no one would hear us. I dragged him down the hall, shoved him in the school phone booth, closing the door behind us. If you don't know what a phone booth is, this is a phone booth from way back in the old days where you had to like go into it and use like a cell phone, before cell phones, the pay phone. Closing the door behind us. He struggled, and I shook him so hard, he began to look like one of those marionettes he had up on his wall. Listen up and listen good. I know what you've been doing, and you're not going to get away with it. I don't know what you're talking about, he screamed. I put my hand over his mouth so he couldn't scream. He bit it, and I pushed him back so hard the telephone receiver went flying off the hook. I could hear the dial tone. If you scream one more time, Slimeball, I'm going to hit you so hard your next of kin will feel it too. That shut him up. I said, I know what you've been doing. I know you're trying to frame us, and I think it really stinks. I think you stink, Slimeball, and I'm telling you right now, if there's one more prank, if there another unbeatable gets hurt, you're going to have all 7 of us in the club coming down on you so hard, you won't know what hit you. I don't know what you're talking about, he screamed. Shut up. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You told Green about our club, and now you're trying to get us all in trouble. Why did you tell Green anyway? Couldn't you have left well enough alone? All right, I admit I told Green, but I didn't do anything else. Liar. And I didn't do it to be mean. Now leave me alone. Why did you tell him? He didn't answer me. Why did you tell him? I pushed him. The door went to the phone booth, flew open, and Tyson flew out, falling to the ground. Why did you tell him? I screamed. He didn't answer. He got up, ran down the hall as quickly as he could. I watched him run, brimming with anger. I couldn't remember having ever hated anyone as much, not even Austin. Then I began to yell, hoping everyone left in school heard me. Bedwetter! I yelled, bedwetter! Tyson pees in his bed! It echoed through the halls, and the sound lingered long after Tyson had burst through the school's front doors. And there, I'll stop with you. School's over. That's as far as we get. I had to stop so we can record. Those of you who have fluffy friends, we're going to record a video with the fluffy friends. For the others of you, our next checkpoint is end of the book coming up on Thursday. So you want to go ahead and get to end of the book coming up on Thursday. All right. Those of you who don't have fluffy friend, you are more than welcome to take off. If you don't take off, then I will go ahead and just remove you. Antoinette, you have a fluffy friend.
Hold up.
To attack you earlier. All right. There. All right. Let's see. Remove this kid. Hang on. Remove this kid so I can record. Let's remove this kid so I can record. And then from there. And hang on. Let me change my background real quick. Oh, stop this recording. Stop this recording. We're going to record a different one.